Lachlan Hawkins is an Australian freelance drummer, handpan artist and educator who started playing the drums from the age of 9. Throughout high school, Lachlan's ambition, constant respect for his colleagues, and his excellent work ethic led him to perform all around Australia and Asia with the Queensland Youth Symphony Orchestra and even his own corporate drumming group, Soundstruck. These experiences led to Lachlan's acceptance into the Bachelor of Music program at the Conservatorium of Music, where he was selected as one of 6 national finalists in the James Morrison Scholarship, and since then has been fortunate enough to work with some of Australia's most accomplished musicians and ensembles. Like Lachlan, Jared also started playing his instrument from a very young age. Jared's passion for conducting and performing started in high school, where he was fortunate enough to tour China and the United States with Brisbane's premier orchestra, Excelsior, and the Territorial Youth Band. Jared's constant display of humility and respect to those around him, accompanied by his passion for teaching and performing, led him to study a Bachelor of Music and Education at the University of Queensland, where he was invited to take part in Brisbane's top brass band Excelsior, but this time as a conductor. Throughout university, Lachlan and Jared's display of passion and humility to grow musically display Ruth Bridgestock's career success skill set of self-management, which involves building and maintaining a positive self-image, changing and growing throughout life, and participating in lifelong learning. One of the lowlights of Lachlan's career was
when I launched my first album as a solo artist, and how I perceived the album to go with sales and promotion and getting my name out there. I thought I could have done a better job with that.
Whilst Jared mentioned that
the biggest one was probably the school I was at before City Point. And they were doing a restructure, and I'd kind of been hinted that, go for this head of brass position. And long story short, I went for it and didn't get it.
Lachlan and Jared's response to hardships are displayed in Jean Moyle's book, Developing Resistance, where she states that the most successful of performing artists are not just immune from disappointment. They have just learned to manage their response, and this is called resilience.
I knew what I could have done better. So, very self-critical, as I say. There was a bit of acceptance. I had to accept that it was not many people knew about the project, and I was doing the best I could with the money and budget and everything.
If I look at, the last, 5 years was kind of thinking I was going to get this head of brass job at my last school, didn't eventuate. What that actually led to, a better role at a better school as far as I'm concerned, So hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Lachlan believed that
teaching's been a huge staple for me, and a very joyful and rewarding thing for me to get better as an educator, but also bring some finances in that are stable.
Whilst Jared believed that teaching was
super easy, a great job. It sets me up. I don't need, I could just work this job and we'd be fine.
This shows that they simultaneously teach and perform to financially sustain their career. This also aligns with the portfolio career theory, which is where income is sourced from a variety of different domains and roles at once. Both Lachlan and Jared also mentioned that teaching and managing their finances well, rather than trying to look for gigs everywhere, was a big part of their goal to financially sustain their careers. This correlates to the Pareto principle, which states that for many outcomes, roughly 80% of the consequences come from 20% of the causes. It's very joyful to know that both Lachlan and Jared have soft spots for communicating the value of music to those in their community that are disabled or that struggle to find their place in schools. Lachlan says,
I'm involved in a couple of projects where that, where the meaning of the value of arts is communicated through our work. Playing in hospitals, for example, with the Stairwell Project, which is an initiative where professional musicians come and play in the cancer wards and the waiting areas of the hospital.
And on a similar note, Jared often communicates the various mental benefits of music during school assemblies and mentioned that he wanted to create
a safe space. Like, you know, we have a bunch of different kids that sometimes struggle to find their place in a school because they may not be sporty or they may not be the cool kids or whatever, but they find their own community and it's a really safe community.
Both Lachlan and Jared's advice to an undergraduate musician was centered around respect, intentionality, and authenticity to everyone that you encounter. Lachlan said,
People can sense your energy and sense your intentions most of the time. So if you have good intentions and you work hard and you let people know that you're trying to get better and you're trying to you're open to feedback and improving.
Yep.
That goes a long way.
Whilst Jared also touched on respect.
Your musicianship only gets you so far. At some stage, there's always going to be someone equal or better than you. So what's going to set you apart from the rest? Well, it's going to be how you engage with whoever's asking you to do stuff.
In summary, when you go through hard experiences, learn from them and apply what you've learned to your musical career. Always work smarter and not harder. Do your best in the little things and the big things will come naturally. Always use your musical ability to help those who are struggling to find their place or might have a disability. And finally, in the words of Lachlan, have good intentions, work hard, and let people know you are open to feedback and improving. That goes a long way. Thank you.